Blah 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 blah.
The idea of support drops has been floating around during the closed alpha phase. For update 4 they added 2 of these, which were Floodlight and Sentry, but then were subsequently taken out in update 6. First, let's touch upon the Floodlight. It provides with a permanent light source within a limited area. Instead of costing Nitra, these support drops cost gold. Specifically, this one costs 40 gold to call down. Seems like this support drop is widely countered by Scout, even though it is permanent. It can only provide with a light source from the ground. And then there's the Sentry, which costs 60 gold to order. It will provide dwarves with temporary firepower as it holds 500 bullets. The engineer's old Sentry gun had practically the same behavior, except it wouldn't cost money, which kinda makes this redundant if an engineer is around. It could be argued that these support drops would work out fairly well in solo mode. Then again, that's exactly what they made Bosco for. With that said, there were more support drops planned, one of them even involving Bosco itself. It seems like you would have been able to call down Bosco as a support drop, unknown if this was meant for multiplayer or for both. Then there is this one called Bug Bomb. I like to think this one is an explosion of bug repellent that only harms all nearby creatures. I am under the belief that these 2 drops were part of another idea. This idea would be a support drop slot of sorts, like one you could swap out in the equipment terminal. But all of these ideas were messed around with in late 2017. The chances of them making a comeback are very slim. Alas, what if I told you that Floodlight and Sentry are still in the game to this day? I mean, it's something you've seen many times already. Those 2 were repurposed for Point Extraction's mining head. You can find free sentries and 2 floodlights on the platform. The floodlights actually still have the same name on the laser pointer. Their appearances have greatly changed over time. But going back to some early builds, we'll see that they appear practically the same as the originals. Lastly, let's quickly touch upon some resupply pod iterations. Before Nitro was added, the original cost of the supply pod was 50 gold in the pre-alpha, which was later changed to 100 gold in a few closed alpha builds. Although I believe it was always 100 gold, just that the way gold was counted in the pre-alpha is strange. Like it seems to cut the value in half for the sake of gold frenzy balancing. In terms of resupplying itself, before we had 4 racks of 50% health and ammo, in the pre-alpha only 1 dwarf could get 1 resupply per pod. At some point it was changed to pretty much what we have now, and dwarves weren't limited to 1 resupply per pod anymore. But for update 4 they changed it to 2 full ammo refills and 2 full health refills, which was eventually reverted. There's actually a community mod available right now for support drops. They aren't the same, but they're something new.